together. Radio MANUU 91, where it's always better. Where it's always better. Yo. सुबह का सूरज या शाम का रंग, we bring you joy हर जुबान का धन. Community की बात हम हैं आपके साथ, let's spread the love. चलो मिल के साथ tune in, turn up, दिल से बात करो. Radio MANUU Hyderabad FM के साथ चलो. Every voice counts, हर लम्हा यहाँ. चलो बात करके देखते हैं, let's all shine on. Yo, let's all go. सेहत की बात or dreams to share. Radio MANUU 92 FM, we're always there. From unity to joy, we bring the light. Every word, every tune makes everything right. Listen up, it's time to unite. Radio MANUU 92 FM, shining bright. Dill se suno, we love and care. Chalo baat karke dekhte hain, let's take it there. So come along for the ride. Radio MANUU 92 FM, we're by your side. चलो बात करके देखते हैं. Your voice, your guide.
ये है रेडियो मानू 90.0 FM. चलो बात करके देखते हैं.
This is Radio MANUU 90.0 FM presenting Dream Jobs.
आदाब दोस्तों, मैं हूं प्रोफेसर समी सिद्दीकी. हमारे प्रोग्राम ड्रीम जॉब्स में आपका स्वागत है. स्टूडियो में आज हमारी मेहमान हैं मैडम प्रणीता हेमंत. आपका ताल्लुक़ यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स इंडिया एजुकेशन फाउंडेशन से है. आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है मैम.
Thank you, Professor.
Ma'am, today we shall talk about Fulbright fellowships. But before going to that, will you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Sure, sir. Thank you so much for having us. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I am Pranitha and I work with the Fulbright Commission, and our office is known as United States India Educational Foundation. और हमारा office US Consulate General Hyderabad नानक रामगुड़ा में है.
Okay.
So I work on both Fulbright and Education USA programs.
Okay. Ma'am, for today we shall restrict ourselves to Fulbright fellowships.
Sure.
So, what are the different fellowships under Fulbright, ma'am? This is the first thing.
There are several fellowships for right now. We have opened up the fellowship opportunities for Indian citizens.
Ji.
And there are several opportunities for doctoral fellows,
Okay.
postdoc fellows, for faculty and for professionals.
Okay.
So there are different categories like Fulbright Nehru Doctoral Fellowship, Fulbright Nehru Postdoctoral Fellowship, Fulbright Nehru Academic and Professional Excellence Fellowship,
Okay.
and very similarly Kalam Fellowships also for doctoral, postdoctoral and faculty.
Okay.
So we have these fellowships for Indian citizens, and they can apply for any of these fellowships by going onto our website,
Yes.
usief.org.in.
Is there any particular procedure in the applying?
It is an online application,
Okay.
and we have very specific set of instructions for different fellowships that we've given on our website.
Ji.
So we can just go to our website usief.org.in. आपको जो भी questions हैं
जी, जी.
related to the fellowship, you will find all questions and answers given there. And also we've given out our phone number and email ID. So
Okay.
you can reach out to us and we'll be very happy to
Right.
address any questions.
मैम, मोस्टली जो डॉक्टरल फेलोशिप्स और पोस्ट डॉक्टरल फेलोशिप्स हैं वो किसी पर्टिकुलर एरियाज के लिए होती हैं?
Yes. So Kalam is under the broad umbrella of climate,
Okay.
and for Fulbright Nehru, there are several specific fields that we've
Okay.
mentioned. So again, all of that is mentioned in our website.
Right.
And if you see, Masters has a different set of fields, and for postdoctoral, academic and professional excellence and postdoc,
जी.
we have different set of fields. So
Will you please mention some of the subjects?
I will mention a few. It's a huge list, but gender studies,
Yes.
public health, public administration, agricultural sciences,
Okay.
etc. So there's a
Right,
huge list that one can look out for.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, possible deadlines का कैसा रहता है?
So we have deadlines for different categories.
Yes.
So for Masters Fellowship, Fulbright Nehru Masters Fellowship, the deadline is in May, and then for doctoral fellowship, postdoctoral fellowships, and for faculty, it's in June and July.
Okay.
So the deadlines differ as per different fellowships. So again, please look out for our information on our
Right.
website, and you will
that's
have
true,
the all
ma'am.
the.
One more thing, ma'am. When we talk about fellowships, so since it's a fellowship by US government, so what are the major academic benefits that anybody will get when they are selected for this?
Right. You know, we have a saying, they say, once a Fulbright, always a Fulbright. And
Okay.
aapke VC bhi, VC
Right.
sir bhi is also a Fulbrighter.
Yes, yes.
And this is one of the most prestigious fellowships in the world.
Yes.
And we have seen Fulbrighters come back and their career paths change.
Okay.
So it's a beautiful opportunity out there for young scholars, faculty,
Yes.
administrators. So yeah, that's the little bit I'd like to add. It's
Okay.
a prestigious fellowship,
Right.
which will make a change.
राइट मैम अमंग टीचर्स कोई फेलोशिप ऐसी है जिसमें एज लिमिट है कि 30 से अराउंड 30?
There is no age limit. Age
Okay.
limit is not at all considered in Fulbright.
Okay.
Just that, remember, you will have to come back and give something back to your community.
Right.
Is something that we look at.
ओके और ये जो डॉक्टरल फेलोशिप होती है उसका ड्यूरेशन क्या होता है मैम?
It's for doctoral fellowship.
Yes.
It's for 10 months.
10 months.
9 to 10 months. Yes.
And post doctoral fellowship?
8 to 24 months.
8 to 24 months. मेंटरिंग का क्या प्रोसीजर होता है मैम इसमें?
So yes, you've raised a very important issue, sir. So there will be many interested candidates, and
जी.
those who are interested in this fellowship, we will be having virtual and in-person mentoring workshop.
जी.
So we will again put those dates out in the USIEF website, so one can look out for that information.
Okay.
So what we do is we help through the whole process of application, understanding how to create a robust application,
Okay.
and what are the components they need to fill in.
जी.
So all that will be covered. Yes, we will do one in Hyderabad, and since this is pan-India, right?
Right.
We are doing in-person mentoring workshops across the country.
Okay.
Look out for those locations on our website and register and attend them in person or virtual.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, as part of mentoring, if somebody is applying for a doctoral fellowship or a postdoctoral fellowship, there will be something like writing a proposal, right? So will you be helping them in that as well?
So every Fulbright application has a proposal component.
Okay.
And even that is covered in mentoring workshop, how to build on a robust proposal.
Right.
That guidance will also be there. We will have Fulbright alumni, we will have Fulbright commission staff, we will have subject matter experts. All of them come for the mentoring workshop.
Okay. मैम अभी आपने कहा कि फुलब्राइट एलुमनाई, तो उनका क्या रोल होता है, वो कैसे हेल्प करते हैं?
So they've been through the whole system, right?
Yes.
They've applied, they've got through the interview, they've cracked it, they went and they come back. So
Yes.
they are able to give their invaluable experience about the whole, how they got through. So yes, they mentor in that way. As
Okay.
somebody, let's say it's from a doctoral fellowship, one
जी.
has been back. तो वो अपना experience share करते हैं, and
Right.
they kind of, that experience is always different from talking from a staff perspective. So
Yes,
that is there.
Because they have gone there and experienced
Absolutely,
it.
yes.
So that way.
They've cracked the whole,
Right.
fellowship. So yes.
राइट मैम, ये जो कल्चरल एक्सचेंज वाली बात हम जो करते हैं, हाउ इज फुलब्राइट रिलेटेड टू कल्चरल एक्सचेंज?
So, unlike other fellowships, Fulbright Fellowship is not just academic, it's also cultural.
Okay.
So that component is a very important component in a Fulbright Fellowship, and
जी.
that will also be covered in the mentoring workshop.
Okay.
How one can talk about it.
जी मैम, अभी आपने बताया कि जो फुलब्राइट एलुमनाई होते हैं, दे हेल्प इन वेरियस वेज.
Right.
तो अगर मैं चाहूँ कि I want to get in touch with them. So how to get in touch with the alumni, Fulbright alumni?
It's very easy.
जी.
You have all of that information on your fingertips.
Okay.
Again, I keep going back to USIF website.
Right.
And wahan pe, if you scroll down, you have something called current fellows.
Okay.
And we've listed out all our alumni for the past 3 cycles, not
Okay.
just last cycle. For the past 3 cycles, different categories of alumni details are mentioned there. And if you actually click on the category, go and see the fellows, and if you click on one of the fellows, you will find what is their project proposal, which university from they went to, which university they went to in the US,
Okay.
what is their brief bio, everything is listed there. And if you want to get in touch with that person because it really resonates with what you're
Yes.
doing, you can reach out to us and we will connect you with those
Okay.
people.
Ma'am, just now you mentioned about the university
Right.
where in US they went to some university. Will you please tell us how to select a US university
Right.
while applying for Fulbright?
Right. There are 2 things that it's a 2-pronged approach. One is you know your field very well. So you
Yes.
decide, who is it that you want to work
Okay.
with. And how do you decide? You will go to different search engines that we
Yes.
have. One of the search engines, a good one, is petersons.com.
Okay.
So one can go there and see in your field what are the universities working in your field, or departments or faculty working in that. You will be able to shortlist. So doing that, one can easily find somebody who's working in your field. Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, is it necessary to have an invitation letter from that university first and then apply for Fulbright?
One of the components of the Fulbright application is to get an invite from
Okay.
the US universities. So yes, you will write to them first, research, see
Okay.
who is it that you want to work with,
Work
the
with.
department you want to work with, or a lab you want to work with. Reach out to them and explain that your work is very similar to what they're
Right.
doing and how you can contribute to
Yes.
them, and write to them saying if you get a Fulbright offer, you'd like to work with them.
Okay.
So that's how one gets an invite.
Right. Ma'am, generally we talk about STEM, science, technology and engineering and mathematics, these subjects. So is STEM related to Fulbright? Is there any relation between the two?
Some of the STEM fields are our fields as well.
Okay.
So yes, if you're working under that and you see one of the fields here, you're most welcome to apply.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your valuable time and information with our students. Especially since it's a radio program, it will go to larger audience than the way we conduct physical sessions. I'm thankful to you on behalf of Instructional Media Centre of Maulana Azad National Urdu University. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us, and we encourage our students to apply. Thank you.
Thank you.
You were listening to Dream Jobs on Radio MANUU 90.0 FM. चलो बात करके देखते हैं.
ये है रेडियो मानू 90.0 FM. चलो बात करके देखते हैं. सुनते रहिए रेडियो मानू 90.0 FM.